That looks like a reasonable day out there. Welcome back, everybody. Put some light on the subject. Are you guys going to get up now? Where's Smokey Boy? He's hiding. There he is. Are we going to go out and have a little walk? Are we going to get out and stretch our legs? I think so. All right, well, this is just an introduction to this video that we're going to do. I'm going to turn that off. Smoke has his new channel now. It's called Smoke and Van Life. Smoke _N Van Life. So if you want to go and check that out, please do. He has, I think, around 12 subscribers at the moment. But so it's just a fresh start for him. And yeah, we'll see where it goes. Unfortunately, he's had his first troll. So I guess it's to be expected. Whatever. Yes, Smoke lives in a van. He's been with us for a year and a half now. Not quite a year and a half, but he was adopted by me from a shelter that picked him up as a stray. His background was well known to them, and he came from a not so nice background. He's got some injuries, permanent injuries, missing a foot. He had blunt force trauma to his head, a bunch of broken teeth that were removed, and some scarring on his body, and he's arthritic. So he's an older boy. He's around 9 or 10 when I adopted him, so he'd be pushing 11, 12 now. 11? Yeah. At least that's the guesstimate. But yeah, he's had his first roll. And this guy's just an absolute douchebag. So, I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. You want to be a loser like that, that's fine. But it's a dog. He's a dog. It's his channel. He's not taking any harm. He's not causing any harm. It's his channel. Why do you have to be such a prick? The comment was, oh, those poor dogs. As though they're treated poorly. Smoke's life now is much better than what it was. Much better than what it was. And the shelter has agreed 100% that he's living his best life now, so screw you. And Journey's been here just over 12 years with me, but in the van since 2020. So she's been in the van almost 5 years. Still not taking any harm. She's having the best times of her life. And they're taking places. They've been a lot of places that this loser that trolled Smoke's channel has probably ever been. I doubt very much he's ventured far out of his basement. Whatever troll hole he lives in. And then he had to make a stupid snide comment about a lifetime supply of peanut butter. And that just tells me what kind of mentality this creep has. Probably watches that kind of porn, and so he's projecting it onto other people. So anyway, let's see where this day takes us. Come on, lazy bones, get up. We're going out. No? All right. We've just arrived at a park in an area called Coquitlam. This is Maccabee Park. It's underneath the Port Mann Bridge on the north side of Fraser River. Across the way on the other side, that's Surrey. And if you go down, heading that way on the freeway, you eventually go into Langley and then Aldergrove, Abbotsford, Chilliwack, and then Hope. But over here is all Surrey. Anyway, puppies are whining. Let's turn this puppy around. I don't know if you can see them back there. It's a little bit dark. So we're just going to take a stretch of our legs in the park here before it gets dark. It's been a bit of a busy day today. I've had my OC rehab. That ended at 2, and then I just kind of had a bite to eat. And I thought I would bring the dogs out to the park to get a stretch of the legs before we hunker down for the night. So let's do that, and maybe we'll touch base on a subject about having dogs in van life and how that works. What type of dog, and this is just all my opinion. It's just all my experience and what I may have to suggest for people that are thinking about van life and they have a dog or 2 dogs or even a cat. I don't know how it would work with a cat. I haven't had a cat in the van, so, but I can at least speak to the dog aspect. So yeah, let's get out, let's do that, and we'll see what I can offer up as advice. Oh, jeez Louise. Oh man. Oh, it's muddy down there. Let's go over here. Let's go this way. Oh, there's mouse and ratty holes. Look at this. Journey! Come. Stay close, bud. Okay. Let's get back on the gravel. Going up? You gonna get up? That's my girl. Good job, Baba. Not bad for 13. Okay. You ready? Good boy. Up. Oh, big boy jump. Good job, buddy. Hey kids, you wanna treat before you get your supper? I think we should have a treat, hey? There we go, look at that. Can you open wide? All right, well, we're all settled in for the night and we're getting hunkered down. Thanks for joining us along the ride today. It was pretty basic. I mean, I didn't film the whole day. I can't film at rehab because it's, you know, privacy issues. I'm not supposed to be playing around on my phone anyway when I'm supposed to be doing my rehab, so yeah. Anyway, let's just talk real quick about van life and having pets, dogs for one thing. Is it something you should do? Is it something you shouldn't do? It's a personal choice. If you choose not to live van life with a pet, you may have your reasons for doing that, and that's okay. Everybody's got their reasons for doing anything in life, really. You make choices based on what you feel is right. Not just for you, but potentially for whoever else's life may have an impact or may be impacted by your decisions. In any case, when I was still living in Sticks and Bricks, I had 2 dogs. And when I finally had reached my limit on patience and tolerance for roommates and dealing with shitty landlords and just people in general, I made a decision to try and look for a better option for me. Never once did I ever consider giving up my dogs, which was Journey and my previous dog, Holly. And looking for other accommodations in Sticks and Bricks was looking to be nearly impossible. Just the cost of living, well, not just the cost of living, but the cost of housing. We're in a housing crisis, not only in Canada, but I think North America, pretty much across the board. It's nearly impossible to get anything that's affordable anymore, especially if you're on your own. So you have a single person with one single income. I was barely making ends meet when I was working a job that was making decent money. And, you know, I mean, I was still able to afford stuff, don't get me wrong, but my patience and tolerance level for just shitty roommates and stuff like that was wearing thin. And I've got my own mental health issues, and to a certain degree, I prefer to be alone and live life solo. And so I started looking into options, and van life was very appealing to me. So I made a decision to look at that, weigh the options. You know, is it going to be good? Is it something I'm going to be able to do? And I jumped into it, ordered the van, and once I got it, then away we went. And my dogs adapted. So if you're thinking of doing it and you have pets already, don't worry about how they're going to handle it. Just make sure that you're choosing a vehicle that is easily accommodating for more pets than just one, if you happen to have more than one, or even just the one if it's a size issue. The dog may be bigger than what your vehicle can accommodate, but it's still doable. You just have to sacrifice a bit of space, that's all. But there's a lot of benefits to having a dog in van life. So don't let it deter you, and don't let people talk you out of it. A lot of people will say, oh, it's cruel, you shouldn't do that. What do you mean you want to live in a house or live in a van with your dog? It's better in a house. Don't let people influence you. Don't let them dictate to you what your life is going to look like. It's your life. As long as you're not abusing or neglecting them or putting them in dangerous situations, there's no harm in it. There's no reason why you can't do it. These guys don't take any harm. The space is 6'4", I think, in total width. And it's 13, 14 feet long. 6'2" high. Essentially, it's 80 square feet. So it's a tiny home, yes, for sure. Absolutely. It's about the size of an average bedroom. Maybe not a master, but it's about the size of a bedroom. While the masters nowadays, it's probably comparable. But it's not impossible. I lucked out and I was in a financial position to get this size van. Not everybody is. And that's okay. So you start out where you start out. But don't let it scare you. Don't let it deter you. Anyway, the benefits to having pets, your dogs, or a dog, with you in van life is if you are a solo person, particularly female, they offer protection. If you have a good relationship with your dog is going to be protective. So if anybody sketchy comes around or somebody that they don't get a good sense from, they will let you know. And even still, when at nighttime, particularly that seems to be the problem with a lot of people, it's a put off because, well, at nighttime people are creeping around and they're looking to break in, and a lot of break-ins happen broad daylight. as well. So it's not just night. But I get it. Nighttime, darkness, it's better cover for people that are creeping around. But don't think that it's going to happen. Don't sit there and get it all up in your head that, oh my God, this is going to happen. It's going to happen to me. It's going to happen tonight. It's, you know. Get yourself a dog. If you already have one, that dog is going to let you know if there's something sketchy going on. Trust me. So protection, that's one thing. People see you coming and going from your vehicle and they see a big dog in there, or a medium-sized dog, or a specific breed like a pit bull. They're going to think twice about even coming near you. Another reason is motivation. Having a pet is going to be motivation for you to get outside and do more stuff. You have them with you in your home. This is your home. You can go wherever you want, park in a parking lot, go hiking. And as soon as you come back from that hike, you're home. You're home, your dogs are home, your dog is home. And yeah, so you don't even have to leave the parking lot right away. You could just crawl in there, take a nap, have something to eat, and you're home. But it's motivation for you to get out and do more things. You have to take these guys for walks. You have to get them out and get them exercise too. So it's motivation for you to get your butt out and to do more activities outdoors. It's beneficial to you and it's beneficial to the dogs. What else? Companionship, obviously. I mean, that's a given. I couldn't imagine life without a dog. And I can't imagine life without two dogs, because even one single dog needs companionship too. Not just human companionship. They need companionship with their own species. This is why I choose to have two dogs. Would it be better for me in the long run to have one dog? Maybe. But I just don't feel that it's fair to one dog to be alone. And I saw how it affected her journey when Holly passed away. It affected her. So I knew she needed another companion. And it makes her feel safe too, because she's aging. And if I have to, like when I'm working and stuff, I get to come back to my vehicle on my breaks, which is every couple of hours, and I check on them and take them out and let them pee and give them a biscuit or whatever. But that's not enough. In that time frame between then and then, break and break, somewhere in between here, the dog is alone. And I don't want to do that to her. She's old, and her eyesight's not the greatest, her hearing's not the greatest. And she's starting to show signs of what may potentially be dementia-type symptoms, so I don't want her to be alone. So take that in consideration too. Some dogs thrive on their own, and that's okay. So those are some of the things that I can think of right off the bat as reasons why, if you choose van life, to get a pet, get a dog, get a cat. Cats are your thing. I'm more of a dog person myself. I love cats too, but yeah, I'm more of a dog person. But it fulfills my life, and that's another reason too, is also for the mental health aspect. They give me a reason to get up out of bed every morning. They give me a reason to put one foot in front of the other and continue on in this life. For me, I battle a bunch of different things, and I've suffered a lot of loss in my life, and if I didn't have these guys, I probably would be considering checking out. So for some people, that may be the same kind of scenario. But these guys give me motivation to continue on. They give me a reason to be, and they depend on me, so I'm here to look after them, and I don't trust anybody else with them. So it gives me that incentive to continue living this life, and I get to go anywhere I want. If I choose to go and take off someplace else in Canada, or even go down across the border into the States, I can do that. I take my home with me, my pets are with me, and I don't have to worry about anybody pet sitting or you know, what have you. They're mine. I take them with me wherever I go because this is our home. So yeah. Anyway, guys, that's my take on pets and living in a van and the choice to have a pet when you're living in a van. Everybody's different. You may have different opinions about it, and that's okay. Everybody's got their own view on how they should live their lives and whatnot. So, but that's my opinion. These are just my interjections on how I view it, and maybe it's something that you might find valuable, something that you can take home out of it or take away from it, and it might make you realize that, hey, it's not so bad with a pet after all when you choose van life. And it's nothing to be concerned about. They don't care. They're not concerned. Look at them. They're enjoying every second of this because they get to sleep on Mummy's bed. I'm going to have to start sleeping on the floor, I think. Yeah? Okay, guys. Take care. Remember, life's a journey. Enjoy the ride. All right. We'll see you guys later. I'm going to have my peanut butter now. Take care. You want some too? Atta girl.